Now time for the 7 things you'll be talking about today. Number 7.
All right, this is absolutely hilarious. A Democratic pastor, Will Boyd, is running for governor. Now, why is this funny? Well, Will Boyd has run for lieutenant governor. He has run for Congress. I believe he's run for a state Senate seat as well. He's run for a lot of different things. He loves being a perennial candidate. And, he's from Illinois. He moved here, the year before he started running for this. And it's pretty funny because he doesn't ever get anywhere. Yet they continue running him out there because nobody else will run. So they're like, all right, what's Will Boyd going to run for this time? And so he'll just jump in the meat grinder again and get grinded up by whoever the Republican candidate for lieutenant governor is. Good luck. Good luck. You'll have a hard time beating Will Boyd because, everyone else has over and over and over again.
Number 6.
Baldwin County Sheriff Paul Birch. He's got a response to the people that are getting ready to have the No Kings protest. He's seen what happened in L.A., and he's like, we're not going to be doing that. Not necessarily, try that in a small town, because as Jeff Poore will angrily remind you, Mobile is not a small town. But he is threatening deadly force will be met with deadly force. And he said if you use those barricades and you start protesting and not rioting, you're going to break your hands. He said, okay, calm down. He said, we don't leave trash behind. Or excuse me, the people who are running this, they said, we don't even leave trash behind. And she said that Birch's comments could fuel violence. The people who put this thing together are saying his comments could fuel violence. Yes, that's right. He said, don't be crazy, and that's going to force you to be crazy. Well, okay, try it. Just make sure you keep your hands safe, all right? Because he's going to break them. He's made that clear.
Number 5.
FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino, and famously one of my best friends, Dan Bongino, advocated for moving some FBI training from Quantico to Huntsville. Good. I love this. I love what they're doing here. I love how they're doing this. They're trying to get it out of Washington, D.C., and they're saying that we can do stuff around here. And let's go ahead and do that. Move more of it. That seems to be the plan, and it seems like that's a good plan. So Dan Bongino is ready to do this, grow the footprint here. It's a national academy, a 10-week training academy for local and international law enforcement officials and federal law enforcement agents who do not work for the FBI. So they bring them in, they stay here for 10 weeks, and they learn a bunch of stuff. Look, that's going to be good. It's going to be good. Bring more people here, let them learn about it, and then let them know, hey, we're full. You can't stay. You got to go back. 10 weeks. Get out. Bye.
Number 4.
U.S. Representative Robert Aderholt. And you guys know, a Republican from Haleyville, the southern part of the listening area. Yeah, he has made it very clear that he is not only in support of Donald Trump's desires to cut the federal government, he endorses the rescission package that has been put in place. He made some pretty strong statements here. He said this is about addressing waste, fraud, and abuse. Rescinding these counterproductive funds will help restore the integrity of our nation that it has long stood for. He talks about DEI policies, ending those. That's a part of this, too. So they've damaged the image of the United States around the world. So he is speaking out about this, wanting to cut federal spending. And he spoke before the House Rules Committee, and they're working on doing just that. Something about $9 billion in cuts. It's only $9 billion in cuts. Okay, they cut it. No big deal.
Number 3.
All right, far left groups are planning No Kings protest on the Army's 250th birthday. Yep, they're going to get out there and they're going to scream and yell. They're going to do all these things. Tommy Tuberville says, what is this, a summer of hate? And I love it. So the Tommy Tuberville out there telling him, hey, we're not down with this. You guys need to get it together and not be crazy. And I think that they are decided they are going to get crazy. That they absolutely are going to get crazy. And much like Paul Birch, some of the media are like, he is referring to this as the summer of hate. And by doing that, it could stir up people and make them hateful, which again, yes, that's right. That's how it works. When you tell people not to be hateful, they have to be hateful. It's required. You have no choice. You're animals. You don't know what to do.
Number 2.
U.S. Representative Barry Moore says, this is a bad thing that we're having riots. A bold position he's taking. The bold position is riots are bad. Okay? And not only are riots bad, but if you're going to riot, well, we should punish you for doing so. And so he has offered up a piece of legislation called the Riot Act that says if you're out here doing something that you're not supposed to do and you are here in the country, whether you are here legally or illegally, you're going to have to go. Yeah, you're going to have to get put out. So let's just go ahead and make it very clear. If you do this, you riot, you're going to have some problems. So, of course, the media is lying about him, too, and he said this is not just a bunch of people having fun and watching cars burn. It's a violent riot spurred on by the left's obsession with protecting illegals. California needs law and order. So that's what they're working on getting, and the Marines are coming.
Now, time for the number 1 thing you'll be talking about today.
Okay, ICE has intensified its raids around the country, and that's good. They are going after worksite enforcement as well as criminal illegals who are doing things that are very, very bad. So around the country, you're seeing different scenes. I think I saw it I posted some of this up on Facebook and Twitter. You can go see it at facebook.com/TheDaleJackson, twitter.com/TheDaleJackson. So all this workforce enforcement's upsetting people. And that's fine. Be mad about it. But here's what they're also doing. They're actually laying out the people they're trying to arrest in L.A. and saying, this is who you're trying to protect. Assistant Secretary of Homeland Security said this: murderers, pedophiles, and drug traffickers. These are the type of criminal illegal aliens that rioters are trying to protect. How much longer will Governor Newsom and Karen Bass continue to prioritize these criminal illegal aliens over their own citizens? So these are the people they've been going after. So they kind of laid out who some of the people they arrested. I'll go through some of them here real quick. Mexican national Gerardo Antonio Placisos, who has been deported before but was convicted of burglary and homicide. Cambodian national Maib Kelb, convicted of transporting, possessing a controlled substance, battery, and lewd act with a child. A Laotian named Sang Lana Parsanart, who was criminally convicted of lewd and lascivious acts with a child under the age of 14, inflicting corporal injury on a spouse or a cohabitant. Mexican national Antonio Benitez Ugarte, who was convicted of drug trafficking. Alberto Morales Meja, also from Mexico. He was doing methamphetamine production. I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on, but I don't need to, because I think you get the point. And the point is this: they are arresting bad guys, and other bad guys are saying don't arrest them. Those are the rioters. They're not protesters. They're rioters, and they should be pushing back on them and cracking those skulls. And I love to see this. If this stuff is still ongoing on Saturday, which it will be, on Monday we'll be talking about nationwide riots. That's what we're going to be talking about on Monday. So keep it locked right here. We'll continue this conversation. Stay tuned.
Get WVNN's Dale Jackson's 7 Things You Should Be Talking About Today right in your email box every morning. Go to yellowhammernews.com and sign up today.